is National Preparedness Month. Began in 2004, mainly because of September 11th by FEMA. Hi, I'm Tammy with TNT Grace and Grit. Johnny is driving, but since this is a recorded video I'm putting out, we are putting this on me so I can give you the facts. Enjoy today's Wisdom Wednesday. The goal is to get individuals, families, and communities prepared to take simple, actionable steps to be ready for the unexpected. Here are some key things that you can do during National Preparedness Month. 1. Make a plan. Talk with your family about how you would communicate during an emergency. Where would you meet? What are your evacuation routes? Number 2, build a kit. Gather essential supplies to last at least 3 days. I actually say 3 to 7 days at least, including water. I am not sponsored by Amazon whatsoever, but I am an Amazon associate, so I do get a small commission if you use my link. I'll link below, but it doesn't cost you anything extra for this. This is a great water stable. It is from Amazon. It's SOS emergency water pouches. They have a 5-year shelf life, and you get 12 packages for $13.99. And I will leave that link down below in my description for these. You also need non-perishable foods. I'm actually going to give you a list and how long they last. Now, shelf stable I have on here is dry pasta, which is 2 to 3 years. Past the best before date. So if pasta has January 2030, then it's 2 to 3 years past that. So it'll be 2033, 32 or 33. Coffee, 2 years past the shelf date. Spices, 2 to 4 years past the shelf date. I'd use spices older than that I got from my mother. Cereals, 1 year past the shelf date. Peanut butter, 3 years past the shelf date. Dried beans, 18 months past the shelf date. And even longer if you actually, it's not freeze dry. Yeah, it is. They last longer if you vacuum seal them. Jams, jelly, and preserves for 18 months past shelf date. Also, I just recently learned in a video of a prepper that if you store them upside down, your peanut butter, your jams, your jellies, things like that are in a jar that the lids come off, if you store them upside down, they actually last longer. Let's see what else I have for you. Canned items that are high in acid, such as juices, tomatoes, fruit, pickles, sauerkraut, foods treated with vinegar, based sauces, or dressings. Storage on shelf for 12 to 18 months. After opening up in the refrigerator, 5 to 7 days. Not your shelf, not the date on the bottle. 5 to 7 days after you open them up. Your low acid canned goods, for examples are your meat, poultry, stews, soups, except tomato, noodles, potatoes, and corn, beans, and more. 2 to 5 years storage on shelf, and 3 to 4 days in the refrigerator after opening. Your home canned foods, when people can foods in the jar. I never knew why it was called canned when they're in a jar, but okay, whatever. They're good for only 12 months on the shelf before using. After you open them, only 3 to 4 days in the refrigerator. People have used them longer, but I am terrified of botulism, so I do not. Because I saw on an emergency, what's that emergency show that you used to watch?
Emergency.
Was it just Emergency? And of course it's an old show, but they had a botulism outbreak. that marked me forever. I can scan these and email all this list to you if you would like. Just contact me, and my email is tammyj.nall-tillett@yahoo.com. I always leave that down in the description. So if you would like a list of any of these, let me know, and I can send them to you so that you can have them for your records. Non-perishable foods are items that have a long shelf life and do not require refrigeration. They are essential for an emergency preparedness kit and stocking your pantry. Some more common foods are, of course, canned fruits, I said. You can have meat like tuna, chicken, and salmon. They're always excellent choices with high protein. Grains such as pasta, rice, oats, and cereal are staples that provide carbohydrates for energy. Legumes, dried or canned, and lentils are a great source of protein and fiber. Dried foods and fruits like raisins and apricots, dried meats like jerky, and lightweight and high in calories. Nuts and nut butters such as peanut butter and, of course, nuts are high in protein and healthy fats, making them very filling. And granola bars. I found these by research. They are Millennium. It's a new energy bar, Millennium, and they have blueberry, lemon, cherry, vanilla, tropical fruits, and coconut. These have a 5-year shelf life, and I found them on Amazon, and I'll send my link below. There's 6 of them for $15.58. That is expensive, but when you go and actually research for yourself what they have in their ingredients, and that they're not shelf stable because of added preservatives, then you'll see why they are good for you. Cooking staples like honey, sugar, and salt can last indefinitely and are useful for cooking. You don't want to eat bland food. Comfort foods. While not essential, items like hard candy, instant coffee, I don't think I could go without my coffee. Tea bags can be a morale booster during a stressful time. More items for your safety kit, your emergency kit. You need 3 to 7 days of medicine. You need flashlights and batteries. My suggestion is to have flashlights that recharge with USB and batteries. My suggestion on the batteries is to have batteries that are rechargeable and batteries that are not rechargeable. Have a set of both in your emergency kit for your flashlights. Also, you need to have a power bank that has a solar panel on it that you can charge it back up either by solar or by electricity. Another great item to have in your survival emergency kit is waterproof matches. I don't know a whole lot about these. I do know that this is also a waterproof case that you get these in. I do have an Amazon link. I'll link down below. And this is a striker. And from what I read, there are 3 strikers on each bottle. And they're not very expensive. I don't remember exactly the cost, but they weren't very expensive. Last but extremely, definitely not least, is a first aid kit. Just a basic first aid kit. This one is on Amazon as well, and I will leave that link below. And I'm going to read you what is all in this. It has 20 adhesive bandages, large, 10 small bandages, 5 butterfly bandages, 5 round strip bandages, 11 moleskin blister prevention, 1 pair of tweezers. They are plastic though. 1 scissors, and here's this picture, the scissors and the tweezers. A blue tourniquet, aluminum alloy whistle. I've never seen a first aid kit with the whistle in it, but I think that's pretty cool. 10 cotton swabs, 1 non-woven tape 10 safety pins, 6 iodine prep pads, 10 alcohol prep pads, 4 sterile gauze pads 2 by 2 inches, and cleansing wipes 4. Here's the pictures. I want to say it was $9.99, but it might not even be that much. But that's a pretty good deal for all of that. Don't you think, Johnny? Man, that's quite a bit for a basic kit. Okay, so to follow up, make sure, just be informed. Know the types of emergencies and natural disasters that are most likely to affect you and your area. Sign up for local alerts and warnings and get involved with the community. Learn life-saving skills such as CPR and basic first aid. Maybe consider volunteering with a local preparedness organization. And taking these steps can help you and your community be more resilient when disaster strikes. Perishable foods that you do not want in your pantry. If you have these, if say the electricity goes out and you have perishable foods, eat those items first. 9 examples of perishable foods are meat and poultry. This includes raw and cooked beef, pork, chicken, and turkey that is not canned. If it's frozen and your electricity is out, you don't want to eat it quite yet, keep it in your freezer. Keep your freezer closing. I believe I heard that a good solid sealed freezer will keep foods frozen for 48 hours. But don't take my word on that. Please do your own research to make sure that that is true. Seafood, fresh fish, shellfish, and other seafood products. Dairy products, milk, yogurt, cheese, and butter, eggs are highly perishable and should be refrigerated. Now, you know, they say that, but we have chickens. And those chickens lay fresh eggs, and they are good out on your counter for 30 days. Then put them in the refrigerator. If you haven't washed them, don't wash fresh eggs and then leave them on the counter because they will go bad. Any cooked leftovers, prepared dishes, and cooked meals, fresh fruits and vegetables, eat those first. Especially those without a hard skin like berries, leafy greens, and cut produce. Deli meats such as sliced ham, turkey, and other condiments, mayonnaise, cream-based dressings, and opened sauces. Baked goods, breads, pastries, and cakes that contain perishable ingredients like dairy or eggs. Just make sure you eat those first. Just be smart about how you do things. And if it's wintertime and it's cold outside and your freezer's not keeping food and it is below freezing or at freezing, put your food outside and it'll stay cold. So that's all I have for you now. Johnny and I want to thank you for supporting our channel. If you have any questions on anything, please email me and let me know. If you want copies of any of these pictures, email me and let me know. Comment down below what you have for an emergency kit. If this has actually helped you to even think about starting getting an emergency kit together. And again, I'll leave those links below. We love you and we appreciate every single one of you. Remember to always be beautiful. Protect yourself and your family. Bye for now.
Peace out.